Today I'm sharing 8 ways to improve your finances for this year. Now, whether this past year was a good year or a bad year, we can always get better with our money and we can always improve our finances. So today I'm going to give you 8 tips on improving your finances, actionable tips that you can take to get better with your money and hit some huge financial goals this year, because this year is going to be awesome. So number 1 is look back on the past year and reflect. Did this year go well? Did you hit your financial goals? Did you miss your financial goals? Where were you? What did you struggle with? What could you do better? Really sit down and look at your goals that you made and really be like, all right, let's have some real talk with ourselves. Did we do well? Did we not do well? What could we do better? And really figure out, all right, this is where we need to improve this year, and I'm going to write these into my next goals for the coming year. Number 2 is get on a budget. If you're not already on a written budget, be on a written budget. Track your spending. Whether you are someone that uses pen and paper or Excel or an app, use those tools. I personally love an Excel budget. I love how customizable it is. I love formulas, and I just love Excel. I make Excel spreadsheets for everything. But I love the customality that Excel gives you in the ability to really customize it to what is going to work best for you. I have a Excel template, a Google Sheets template. I have a monthly budget pen and paper printable. I have a budget by paycheck printable as well. So if those are tools that you want, I have them linked down below in the description box for you. But tracking your spending and being on a zero-based budget is really going to help you to hit your goals and keep yourself accountable and put you in control of your money versus your money in control of you, and saying, hey, this is how much we're spending for this category. This is how much we're spending for this category. I know so many people that have this guilt of eating out or this guilt of shopping. And I know I have these big goals and I should be doing this and I should be doing that. I used to be that way. I used to feel so guilty every time I went to Target to buy some home decor or Marshall's to buy a t-shirt or a blouse. Now what I do is I put that money into my budget and say, okay, this is how much I'm allotting for clothing. This is how much I'm allotting for eating out. This is how much I'm allotting for these miscellaneous or personal items or personal spending money. Now, when the time comes and I want to spend money, there's a line item in there. I have permission to spend that money. I've given myself permission and it's not restricting. I don't have guilt. I used to have so much guilt around that. Now that I'm on a budget, I don't have that guilt. And that's why budgets give you freedom. That's why I named my channel and my blog Freedom in a Budget, because budgets give you freedom when you put them into practice. And then the freedom that a budget has given me now that I'm debt free and now that we've grown our income, and it's been amazing the financial goals that we've hit because of being on a budget and having that discipline. So get on a written budget. Sorry, rant is over, but being on a written budget is really, really important to help you to hit your goals this year. Next is to check your credit score. Make sure that you're checking your credit score at least once a quarter. I really, really recommend checking your credit score once a quarter. That way you know if there's any new hits on your credit score, on your credit history. Maybe someone is using your name, or maybe it's a false report, or maybe it's something that got on your report that shouldn't be, a false account. So check it to make sure that you're keeping yourself accountable and that there's no fraud on it, and also just to see where you're at with your credit score. Credit scores are a thing that I totally have changed my mindset on. When I first started my channel, I thought credit scores were terrible and a waste and this and that, and you should never worry about a credit score. Now I understand how important they are. Do I agree with how they're calculated? No. But it is what it is. I can't change how they're calculated, so I need to know how to use it effectively. And I have a resource on how to check your credit score down below in the description box. Then I also have a couple of videos on how to increase your credit score without going into debt. And it's really important to know how to use your credit score effectively and different hacks that you can use to increase that score without going into debt. Next is to increase your 401k by at least 1%. Every single year, you should be growing your investments and growing how much you're contributing. If you're contributing a certain amount and you grow by 1, 2, 3%, you're not going to feel a big difference in your monthly budget. So increase at least by 1%, and that way you are hitting your goals faster and you're going to get that much closer to retirement. If you don't know about 401ks, or if your 401k is set up correctly or not, I have a free tool down below. It's called Bloom. I personally used it myself, and it's a great tool that you can use to analyze your 401k. And they'll tell you saying, hey, I think you need to do more in this category, depending on your goals. And maybe these fees are way too high for you. So it's going to log into your actual 401k for you. Trust me, it's totally safe. I've done it with my personal one. I've done it with Jamie's 401k as well. Totally safe. I've done it ourselves. And it's going to look at your actual 401k. So it's going to have you put in that log information. But like I said, it's going to analyze it for you, and you're going to put in your goals, and it's going to say, hey, you're on track to hit your goals, you're not, this is my recommendation for you, and this is also a fee analyzer. Are you paying too much in fees? Yes or no? It's going to go over all that for you in the tool down below in the description. Next is to open a high yield savings account. If you have your savings, your emergency fund, your sinking funds, in a typical bank like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, you're missing out on interest. I personally recommend a high yield savings account like CIT Bank. They are going to help you have a bank account that's online based, so therefore you can get a higher interest rate and make more money on your money, which is awesome. Now, it's not an extraordinary amount of money, but it's way more than it would be if it was just sitting under your mattress or sitting in a typical savings account. So definitely check out banks like CIT Bank and have your money in a high yield savings account to earn money on money. Next is to plan a spending freeze. Now, I personally am not the biggest fan of no spend months based on my own feedback on what I've realized for them with my own experience, and then also my coaching clients as well, my budget coaching clients. And what I found is people will spend more right before, then go on a freeze, and then spend more right after. And therefore, they're spending more than they would be saving during the month, or it's not as effective, and then they feel really restricted. So an alternate way that I found to do this is to pick a category and do a different category each month. That way you're not doing a no spend month on anything except for your bills, but you're saying, okay, we're doing a spending freeze this month from clothing, this month from eating out, this month from going to the movies, or this month from whatever it is, and pick different categories. And therefore you're able to cut back on that one category and save that money, but you're not feeling totally restricted and then end up spending more money in the long run, which is what you don't want to do. Going along with that, I do have a ton of savings challenges that I have full videos on. I have tons of printables as well, and you can do all these different savings challenges to help keep yourself motivated on saving money and putting that money towards your savings goals or towards debt, whatever they may be. But I have tons of videos. I'll have a link down below, and they are just awesome ways to keep yourself motivated, especially if you're a visual motivator where you can color in every time you save a certain amount. That's really going to save you a ton of money, and it's really going to keep you motivated and help you to push along in your progress. Next is to start a side hustle or an alternate stream of income. I personally don't believe that everyone should be living off of just one income. I am so about diversifying your income streams and having multiple streams of income. We have about 7 streams of income, and that is a way that we don't have to rely just on our day jobs, but alternate streams of income. And that is just a tool that is something that just gives so much peace of mind. So start a side hustle. I have a free printable for you for 147 online business ideas of starting from a YouTube channel to a blog, to being a freelancer, to being a virtual assistant, to selling stock photos, to doing all these different things that you can do. All you need is your computer and an internet connection, and you can make money online, which is amazing. So find a side hustle, whether it's an online-based side hustle or a Rover side hustle where you're going out walking dogs, or a DoorDash, or whatever it is. Find something that you can do to bring in some extra money so you're not relying just on one income, and you can grow that income. Let's keep the conversation going. If you want to know side hustle ideas, I have a whole playlist for you. Check out this playlist here. And if you want to know top 5 savings challenges, check out this video here.